Hi, it's the Carter Man. I'm down here in the dungeon in the weight room. Those of you who know me, have followed me for a while, know that I'm not big on weightlifting, but I'm big on having weight lifted. Okay, the past tense. But this time, while I was weightlifting, I listened to and watched a little bit an incredible interview that I really want to recommend to you. Okay, I really want to recommend to you. It was Tucker on Twitter, Tucker Carlson, and he interviewed Andrew Tate. All right, it's a terrific interview. Terrific interview. Tate made a point, made a lot of good points, but one in particular, and that is he emphasized his belief and drove it home that he thinks there's good and evil in the world. There's good and evil in the world, and that we need to face that, okay? We need to face that. And I think it's worth your watching his elucidation of that point and Tucker's total agreement with him, because we need to face that in each of our lives, and particularly as we fight our political battles now. There is no use pretending anymore that, well, we just have differences of opinion. No, it's a lot more than differences of opinion. We are now at a point where, in America today, one of the parties, I'm just going to say it outright, let's level on this. The Democrats have become the party of evil, okay? Does that make the Republicans the party of good? Well, no, not with Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy around surrendering at every opportunity. But it certainly makes the Republicans the better of the two, and it makes the Democrats forbiddingly carnal. Okay, and we have to face that head on, and we have to fight it with everything within us, our heart and nerve and sinew, because when you get to a point where one of the parties believes in child mutilation and the grooming of little children, that's not a difference of opinion. That's evil, okay? That's simply evil. When you get to a point where one of the parties just insists on spending money that creates debt for future generations for probably a century or more to come if they don't knock it off and reverse it, that's evil. That's evil. When you get to a point where a party becomes crusaders for killing the unborn, not just people who say, well, we just believe after, if you get to the first trimester, it's not what they believe anymore. They believe, but actually they believe in post-birth abortion, that you can kill it after it comes out of the womb at this point. That's evil. That's evil. That's a party that is now, I'm going to say, consuming its own children, okay? And I'm reminded, one of, to me, the most just chilling passages in the Bible is it's 2 Kings, I think the 6th chapter, 24 through 29. Look it up. The story of the siege of Samaria, when they began feasting on their own children. Feasting on their own children. Horrible, horrifying passage where the woman talks about, she's upset because she tells the king, last night my neighbor and I agreed to boil my son and eat him, and today it's her turn and she won't do it. That's repugnant, and as I said, it's chilling, and it's where we are now with the Democrat Party in America. They are feasting on our own children. And it's even worse in some ways, if I may say, than what the people of Samaria did to win the siege, because the woman at least was doing it well for her own survival. The evil party in America today is doing it for their own pleasure. their own gratification. Spending the country into bankruptcy for generations to come, our own children, is not being done because anyone's starving in America. The fat cats in the Democratic Party are certainly not starving. They're doing it for their own gratification. Killing the unborn, slaughtering en masse, is not to save the life of the mother, as they once falsely claimed. It's for their own gratification. It's for their own gratification. Okay, mutilating our children is certainly not for the children's sake. It's horrible what we're doing to what they're doing to our children. It's their own gratification because they're woke. So that's where we are in America today. Watch the interview with Andrew Tate. He lays out brilliantly, I think, and poignantly, the battle we now face between good and evil. It's a battle we all have to join, we all have to take part in, and we have to win. We have to put an end to this. Mark Levin the other day said we have to obliterate the Democrat Party. We may be at that point, and if so, if that's the only way to combat this evil, then, as I always say, let's do this thing.